In this video, we're going to talk about the fact that there happens to be an upper bound on the value of the money multiplier in an economy, right? So by definition, the money multiplier is the size of the money supply relative to the monetary base, right? So it's money supply divided by the monetary base. That's what it's defined as. But it actually has an upper bound, and that upper bound is 1 over the required reserve ratio, right? And the reason it happens to be the reason that is the case is because banks have to hold at least that portion of their deposits in reserves, whatever the required reserve ratio is. And if they were able to have no excess reserves at all, and if nobody held any cash in the economy, nobody held any currency, so anytime they had money, they just deposited it in their bank, and then the bank lent out as much as it could, 1 minus the required reserve ratio out of that, right? Then the money multiplier would actually be this value, right? But since usually people do hold some currency, and perhaps banks might hold some excess reserves, the money multiplier will typically be less than that, right? So anyways, let's suppose that the required reserve ratio happens to be 0.2. Well, if that's the case, then this would be 1 over 0.2, which would be 5, right? 1 over 0.2 equals 5. So if that were the case, that there was a required reserve ratio of 0.2, meaning out of every dollar that somebody deposits into a bank, the bank must hold on to 20 cents of it in reserve and can lend out the other 80 cents, then that means that in that economy, the money multiplier has an upper bound of 5. It cannot be greater than 5. Right? You can get up to 5 theoretically if nobody held any currency and if banks had no excess reserves, but it can't go above 5, right? And if you think about our economy, the required reserve ratio isn't 0.2. It's actually currently, at the time I'm making this video, 0.1, and it's been 0.1, 10% for a very long time. That means that the maximum value, the upper bound on the money multiplier is 1 over 0.1, which is of course 10. So in our economy, in the US economy, at the time that I'm making this video, the upper bound on the money multiplier happens to be 10. All right, thank you very much for watching.